Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It being the allotted hour, I declare the August Ordinary Council meeting open at 6:01. Kaya Marman, Kaya Yoga, Kaya Bridier, Yananuk, Nalak Kadij Winjialak Nini, Nalak Kadij Nija Buja Bal, Wajak Nunga Buja Nalak Nini, Kura Kura, Nijie Burawan. The town of Bassendean acknowledges the Wajak people of the Noongar Nation as the traditional custodians of this land. We pay our respects to elders past and present and acknowledge their continuing culture and the contribution they make to the region. For the benefit of those members of the public listening or attending this meeting, I will read out the declaration of civic duty that all attending councillors sign prior to considering items on the council agenda. I make this declaration in good faith and declare that I will duly, faithfully, honestly and with integrity fulfil the duties of my office for all the people in the town of Bassendean according to the best of my judgment and ability. Please note that all participation in the meeting, except for confidential business, will be audio recorded and live streamed on the town's website. The live stream will be archived and made available on the town's website as soon as practical after the meeting. I have no announcements tonight, so we'll move on to attendances. Item 3, attendances, apologies and applications for leave of absence. We have an apology tonight from Councillor Ken John. Mr CEO, are there any other apologies for tonight?
None, Madam Mayor.
Okay. Councillors, are there any applications for leave of absence? No? Okay, so we'll move on. Declarations of interest. Councillors, are there any declarations of interest on any item on the agenda? No? Okay, we'll move on from that. Conduct at meetings. The town is committed to ensuring our council meetings are a safe work environment, free of risks to the health and well-being of elected members, officers and our community. Any person attending is required to be respectful, courteous and have due regard for individual rights and differences. Individuals may be asked to leave should their conduct or comments adversely affect the health and safety of others. By attending this meeting, you agree to abide by these conditions. Item 5 is deputations. A deputation must relate to an item listed on the agenda and are to be submitted before 12 noon the day of the meeting. Please note that under clause 6.10 of the Meeting Procedures Local Law 2020, deputations are limited to 10 minutes in length unless extended by the agreement of council. It is my understanding that there have been 2 late email requests for separate deputations forwarded at 3:30 p.m. and 3:56 p.m. this afternoon by Mr. Grau. Mr. Grau, you are in attendance in the chamber. Councillors, I will put it to council to vote to receive a deputation from Mr. Grau for the first item on the agenda, which is item 9, confirmation of minutes. Councillors, can I ask all those for the deputation to raise your hands? All those against, raise your hands. So that is Councillor Hamilton, Councillor Ames, Councillor Burke, Councillor... Sorry, coughing away. Sorry, it's unanimous. Sorry. Just excuse me for a minute. Mr. Grau, your deputation for item 9 has been declined unanimously by the council. Councillors, I will now put it to council to vote on whether to receive a deputation from Mr. Grau on item 12.3, review of community funding policy. Councillors, all those in favour of granting a deputation, please raise your hand. All those against receiving a deputation from Mr. Grau, please raise your hand. So that is unanimous. Okay. So, Mr. CEO, I do not believe there are any other deputations sent in today.
No, Madam Mayor.
Okay, councillors, we'll now move on to item 6, which is statement time. Members of the public are encouraged to submit their statements in advance by completing the online form by no later than 12 noon on the day of the meeting. Public statement time is limited to 2 minutes per speaker, with a total duration of 15 minutes for the meeting. I'll ask if any member of the public would like to make a public statement. If you'd raise your hand. Okay. Are there no statements have been sent through by email? Okay, thank you. We'll now move on to public question time, item 7. Members of the public are encouraged to submit their questions in advance by completing the online form by no later than 12 noon on the day of the meeting. Is there any person attending this meeting who wishes to ask a question? Mr. Grau, if you would like to state your name and full address, that would be excellent.
44 Wilson Street, Bassendean, Michael Graw. Last week I provided executive leadership and elected members with primary evidence detailing material inaccuracies in the draft July OCM minutes. Having received no response on whether these corrections will be put to Council prior to tonight's confirmation vote, I was unable to determine what actions I might take for deputation applications and public question time. How does failing to provide feedback to me on formal substantive record corrections, whether such corrections are enacted or not, fit in with the Council's adopted transparency statement, which commits the town to supporting access to relevant and timely information, maintaining accurate records under the State Records Act 2000, and championing open decision-making?
Is that your question, Mr. Grau?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. CEO, would you prefer to answer this or take it on notice?
I'll take it on notice, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Your question is taken on notice. Mr. Grau, do you have a second question?
Yes, I do. Do I wait for councillors to?
No,
pay
Mr.
attention?
Grau, if you would like to.
Right.
The presiding person
I have
is the only person who
submitted
speaks.
a deputation application for every ordinary council meeting since April 2026, with the July referral being introduced by the CEO and presiding member using terms like lateness, deadline and shortcomings, and tonight, late and to be submitted by 12 p.m, alongside last month an officer recommendation to reject. Given such preambles have the ability to steer council decisions are delivered in the full view of the public gallery before votes are cast, how does issuing officer recommendations on procedural determinations, in this case deputation referrals, meet the requirements of Section 2.7 of the Local Government Act 1995, which reserves governing debates strictly for elected members?
Thank you, Mr. Grau. Mr. CEO, would you like to respond to this question?
I'll take it on notice, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Your questions are taken on notice. Thank you, Mr. Grau. Councillors, we'll now move on to item 8. There are nil petitions. Item 9 is confirmation of the minutes. And before we go to confirmation of the minutes, I would like to ask one question. There was a vote on the last OCM regarding accepting or rejecting a deputation from Mr. Grau, and my recollection of that vote was that it was 4-2, and I just want to confirm that because at the time I want to confirm that that has been corrected because there was an incorrect 5-1.
Yeah. Through you, Madam Mayor, yes, we sent an email acknowledging the error to Mr. Grau.
Okay, thank you. But that's also corrected everywhere else.
Yes, I believe so. You may want to check with the Manager
Okay.
of Governance on that.
Okay, so councillors, can I have a mover to confirm the minutes of the last OCM? Councillor Carter, seconded Councillor Burke. Do I have anyone against? I'll declare that carried. Excuse me, give me a minute. Councillors, item 10 was business deferred from a previous meeting, of which there is nil. Item 11 is external committee reports and updates. The officer recommendation that council notes that no documents from external committees have been received within the reporting period. Can I have a mover? Councillor Ames, seconded Councillor Burke. Anyone against? I'll declare that carried. So, councillors, this brings us to the reports, the items en bloc.
They're all on block, it's a
Okay.
simple majority.
Yep. Okay, so councillors, is there any items that you wish to pull out of en bloc? Okay, so can I have a move for the items that are on block? Items 12.1, 12.2, 12.2, 12.3, 12.4, 12.5. So can I have a mover for those items? Councillor Ames, seconded Councillor Long. Do I have anyone against? I'll declare those carried. So that takes us to item 12.6, which is accounts paid. Councillors, do I have a mover for this item? Or are there questions? Mover, Councillor Ames, seconder. Councillor Polifka. Anyone against? I'll declare that carried. Councillors, this takes us to item 12.7, which is the monthly financial report. So, are there any comments from? No. Okay. So, councillors, do I have any questions on this item? Councillor Ames.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just to see that within the table of contents on page 5, there's one within the Officer Reports and also one under confidential business. Are we talking about the same information here?
Mr. CEO.
I think if we could have further clarity, Councillor Ames, and then the Director of Corporate Services can respond.
I'm looking at page 5 of the ordinary council meeting agenda, and we've got 12.7, monthly financial report for July 26, and capital carry forwards 25-26, and also confidential business of the same heading. Just wanted to find out if that's the same information. Are we talking about two different pieces of information? So are we talking under a confidential banner, or are we talking about this in the public realm?
Through the Mayor, the confidential items are carry forwards and the normal reports on the actual non-confidential.
Councillors, any further questions? Do I have a mover for this item? Councillor Ames, a seconder. Councillor Polifka. Do I have anyone against? I'll declare that carried. So, councillors, we have no motions of which previous notice has been given. Item 14 is announcements of notices of motion for the next meeting, which I didn't get done, so no, there are none of those. There's no urgent business. There's no confidential business. And so this brings us to the closure of the meeting. The next ordinary council meeting will be held on Tuesday, the 22nd of September 2026, commencing at 6 p.m. And I declare this meeting closed at 6:14 p.m. We'll wait for the recording to be